Hello, print friends. My name is Reynaldo Gil Zambrano, and I have been printmaking for 8 years. In the summer of 2021, we decided to travel and document the growth of contemporary print with the shared stories of artists and curators living in the US, giving you a look inside their studios. Prepare to join us for a journey through the inspirations that made us fall in love with the art of printmaking.
You walk along Canyon Road and there's 75, 100 galleries, and there's nothing like this at all. Nobody's showcasing prints, nobody's showcasing Mexican artists, so we really offer something different. I'm Frank Rose. I run Hecho A Mano gallery here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. What I feel like I'm doing here is creating a matrix or a space for people to interact with. A lot of that involves curating and working with artists, but the process for me feels like art making. I did go to school for art. I went through a studio art degree program in Houston, and what I do here is very intuitive. It's very like trial and error. I didn't come in here with some set plan and then I try to execute it. It's more about exploration and finding what works. I've been mostly solo running this shop for about 2 years. It was born from relationships that developed pretty organically from making trips to Mexico, from making trips to Oaxaca. With friends just as a tourist, but ended up kind of falling in love with the printmaking scene that was going on down there. What's happened in Oaxaca since 2006, when there was these giant teacher protests, these strikes that were happening, a lot of people made their signs, through screen printing and through block printing. And then it sort of carried over after that tumultuous period passed, and a lot of people learned the art by making protest signs. It really feels like that this strength of community there creates this foundation for artists to work within. I think that's what I was so inspired by. And after repeat visits and getting to know people a little bit more, I came to a place where I realized I needed to start my own gallery to show prints, to show Mexican artists, and to create something that was more accessible, I think, than a lot of the other galleries in town. And I think there's also something specifically about Zapotec heritage in Oaxaca that can kind of come in. Gabriela Morak is one artist that has really embraced that wholeheartedly. One of her projects is actually creating prints based on Zapotec language to teach children how to speak Zapotec. So she's really dove into a very specific culture within Mexico and is bringing that into her prints. But I think that's like one of the things that makes a lot of these works so exciting, is that they are contemporary, but yet they're still kind of digging into their roots too at the same time. Printmaking, to me, is a way to make art accessible to people. It's something that requires an insane amount of technical knowledge. And to me, it's like, even though you're spreading that out over multiple pieces, like the same amount of knowledge and work is in every single print from that edition. You're still getting the same like bang of art, you know what I mean? I think that art has been done a real disservice by appearing as something that is exclusive, not just in terms of price, that's a part of it, but in terms of ability. To me, I think that that's one of my main goals in having a shop like that, is taking art off that pedestal and putting it on a different kind of pedestal, right? One that's like, it's actually more valuable than the dollar tag that we put on it, right? Because it's something that's so inherent to us. But it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, it doesn't have to be this dog and pony show where we say, this is $10,000, and if you're rich enough, you can have it, right? And that's fine. I think artists should get paid, no doubt about it. But I think it should also be accessible. I love building bridges, I like creating a space that opens doors and allows people to kind of step into the work itself, you know? Because to me, it's like, I said earlier that I feel like an artist and that I'm making art, but it's like, it's a collaboration. Like, this doesn't exist without the artists. You know, it's like, it's their hard work that really makes this place shine, you know? And it's just like, I'm just here to kind of like, you know, keep the doors open and like, you know, put stuff on the wall. And I love that role. You know, I really like being able to be in a position where I can, you know, share this work.